So, how does GTD help you with creativity? Well, surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, it can be incredibly helpful. I would argue that it's pretty essential. So, first, let's have a talk about creativity. In her book, Unicorn Space, Eve Rodsky says that creativity is not an option. And actually, studies have shown that creativity helps lower stress levels, and it's critical for happiness, overall health, and longevity. So, in addition to talking to you about GTD and creativity, I'm specifically talking to parents today. And any parent who has held the position of lead parent in your family unit, which means that you are holding space for all the things, and that your next action lists have not only things that you need to do for your life and for your work, but it also has things you need to do for your children and their lives and their activities. And when you have multiple next action lists that are very full, it can be really hard to claim some space for not only yourself, but particularly for your creativity. So, creativity is not going to the dentist, it is not going to the gym, it is not getting a massage or a mani pedi. No matter how relaxing those things might be, creativity is an expression of yourself. It's maybe a little messy. It's also curious. It is something that brings you joy, and it is something that you can share. It is involved with, but a little bit different than self-care. Here's where GTD comes in. In order to be creative, you need space, time, and in some cases, materials. So during the pandemic, I was more than a little bit stressed out, like some of you, and like many of you. And I wanted to learn how to crochet. I found some of my mom's old crochet needles in the garage, and I thought it would be a really great connection to her and a really great way to calm down to crochet. So I needed to buy needles and buy yarn, because even though I found her needles, I didn't actually have the right needles that I needed on my errands list. I got them ordered. I got them sent to me. Now, in my free time, I was looking up YouTube videos for how to start crocheting, certain kinds of stitches, certain ways to approach things. Did I want to make a blanket or a sweater? It turns out a sweater is too advanced for me. So blanket it was. And I recorded those videos on my project plan. Then I pulled out the next actions. The other thing I needed to do was to let my husband know this was a project I was going to be doing, and it was important to me, and I needed his help to protect the time. And my kids needed to know that this wasn't a video that they could look over my shoulder, claim that it was boring, and ask to watch Paw Patrol. This was my time. This was protected. And a trusted calendar helped my husband and I choose a time that was appropriate and ultimately effective. So, GTD can help with your creativity by giving you a trusted calendar that helps you claim and protect the time. If you need to speak with your partner about this, giving you an agenda list so that you can bring this up and unpack it with them. And then giving you other next actions lists that help you move these projects forward. Now, I wish all of you the space, time, energy, and availability to pull out a project. And if you have a very wonderful burning project that you'd like some support with, email us, reach out, get some coaching. I'd like to hear about it. Also, remember, in closing, creativity is not an option. It is essential. It is important. It's a part of who we are. And we need to do this because our kids are watching. Bye for now.